What is strange is we made a game. One is around 6 hours. Other game is around 10 hours. And you can see for reviewers, especially on Steam, how long people have played. But with a procedural generated game, you could lose hours. So I saw with your game, people had like hundreds of hours in it.
Yeah.
And what's really is very ununderstandable to me when people played for more than 100 hours or even 50. And if they would give it a thumbs down, I'm thinking, what have you done the last 50 hours? Or even hundreds.
Yeah, but that's well, we talked to a couple of these people because it's just like we literally. I think it was last month. Some guy played for 160 hours, and he
insane.
Gave us a thumbs down on Steam. And for people who don't know it, on Steam, the biggest platform for PC games, your average score is the most important one.
Yeah.
That's sort of, like at least 50% of people deciding to whether to buy your game or not. So this guy, we asked like, why? 150 hours. Turns out that he was very angry, and I think rightfully so, because he was in a certain run, as you call that.
Mm-hmm.
He had this generated world in which he spent over 25 hours. And then that world broke because something that he needed for to finish a quest didn't spawn. And we can always fix that, but maybe he didn't know or anything. But you have to contact the developers and you have to send us the save game and we can fix it so he can continue. But for him, he felt like, I've lost 30 to 20 or 30 hours of my life and I cannot continue now. So F you developers, I'm gonna. So sort of imagine playing Deliver Us the Moon and Mars and then not being able to finish the game because of a bug.
Yeah.
And also, because it's generated, that bug maybe only appear in your game or in your world. So you're not even confident that it's going to be fixed.
In a way, the person is saying, I really love it so much. I just want it to work and I want to be longer in this atmosphere without being set back that way.
Yeah.
We did had something similar in the first release we did. We had an open ending, just simply because we couldn't finish it. Also with a publishing deal that really didn't end too well. And we were it was a necessity to release the game with an open ending. And people loved it so much, they kind of really didn't like that they became so emotionally involved. And then kind of left off with this huge cliffhanger that it really didn't like it. But asking for more.
How did you solve that in the end? Were you able to solve that?
We did. So I believe the first day after that, we saw it already after the first day of releasing, that there's too many people that say we feel a little cheated. So I think we promised the whole community to say we are finishing the game. You have to give us a little bit more time as an indie developer to finish it, and then everybody that bought the game gets it for free. And that was people were patient with us, and they're like, okay, let's give the guys a chance.
That was also possible budget wise.
That was something to figure out. And we did figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that's the tough thing that you don't see, I think, as the consumer. When you listen to music or you play games, I see sometimes like the developers must be crazy for not putting these things in. And most of the time, the intention is, of course, we would love to create all these things, but then there's something as the real world, and you have to pay people for everything. And the intention will always be there. Like, I think we are in media, music, and games not to make people mad. We want people to give a good time, right?
no. It's really crazy sometimes how gamers think, and sometimes you cannot blame them. Sometimes the feature that is really difficult may seem very easy to develop and implement, But sometimes they're just, like, sometimes they just don't think. they downvote the game because they like it, but want us to continue working on it to clear out all the bugs. And I'm trying very friendly to explain to these people, downvotes almost always translate into less sales. Less sales means less budget to work on the game.
Yeah.
So you literally are achieving the opposite of what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible to explain it. It's very easy
very
to
simple.
explain, but it's sometimes very difficult to convince them.
Yeah, it's hard to convey that information that's the result that they're hoping for is being destroyed by their own action.
Yeah. Yes.
It's good. I think it's something that people have to know when they're looking into games. And we had it as well. Of course, if you have an indie game, there's maybe you're not Ubisoft. So when you shoot your negative comments there, then probably will be lost in a pool of comments.
Yeah.
If you do it with a smaller company, most definitely we read it.
Yeah.
And some people do that as well. And negative energy gets attention. So I've also seen that people just drop negative energy or a negative comments just to get a conversation rolling, just to not feel alone. And I thought that's a very sad discovery that I had as well. It's like, oh, this is not so much that they don't like the game, but know that they will have an interaction. They will have been taken care of. They will be considered in like helping out and maybe not to feel alone. And I thought that's also a way to do it, but it's not helping out. It's kind of asking the wrong energy. And that's what we did as well. When we got a lot of positive comments, happily, I said as well, we need to give as much time to the people that are positive than are being negative.
I think that's a very good point. Yeah. Did you manage to, what we call flip some of the reviews by responding to them, the negative reviews?
If sometimes people are just giving a negative review because something technical didn't work and you help them and they're first they wish you that. And after you fix it, they said the game is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey there, I appreciate you watching the video. If you like this one, check out this video or that video. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to click on top of my head on the logo and subscribe to the channel.